it's Eva here, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to a brand new Sims 4 speed build, and in today's video we are building a modern glass cube house. Basically what I mean by this is I created a modern house and I wanted it to have a kind of bit of the house protruding, which is literally just made of square glass, and yeah, that's exactly what I did. So if you're wondering, we only have one square window in the game, which is from Snowy Escape. That's the only like decent sized one, but I actually didn't use that one because the wall height that I'd chosen didn't really work with that window. Like, it was too small and I wanted literally the entire front, side and roof to just be glass. So yeah, I decided to again make up my own windows. I do this quite a lot recently. Yeah, I've done this for my industrial build where I created like industrial windows and stuff like that, and I thought, why not use the same trick here? It's pretty much the same idea. I basically used the eco lifestyle windows, the tall glass ones. They're so beautiful and I love them. The reason why I chose those and not the base game ones is I think in comparison to the base game windows, they actually have a thinner frame and I prefer that look. I think it looks more like sleek and modern. But yeah, if you don't have eco lifestyle, which, I mean, why wouldn't you? It's an amazing pack for modern builds, but yeah, if you don't have it, you can just replace them with the base game ones. And then I used a base game shelf to create the middle lines, to kind of like split them in half to create these squares. And with the help of tool, I was also able to move them like nicely into the frame so they don't protrude like shelves normally do. And I absolutely love the result. Honestly, I think it looks so cool. And obviously on top, I used the glass floor from the Island Living Pack, which is one of my favorite items ever, because I really love using that as a shower divider and stuff like that as well. But here I've actually used it in its original use and used it for a roof. So that is how we kind of get this cube silhouette. And I actually decided to change up the floor plan a bit on the interior because I feel like I do very similar floor plans where the kitchen and living area is on the ground floor, and then like bedrooms and stuff are upstairs. But I was feeling a bit rebellious, so I decided to actually swap things round, and the living room is in this glass cube bit, and on the first floor we then have the kitchen and living room, and the bedrooms and bathrooms are on the ground floor. So kind of swapped it around. I really wanted the cube bit to be like its own space with no upstairs, just a downstairs with really tall ceilings, obviously. That's literally what my idea was behind this concept of the house, which is why I kind of made it into a loft type situation, and we have the living room in that glass cube, and then obviously we have the balcony bit up top where the kitchen and dining room are. So it's kind of like a loft, but not really because the bedrooms are separated. But yeah, you get the idea. Let me know what you guys think of this kind of style, like whether you like the conservatory bit, like the glass cube bit. It's kind of like a little sunroom, which is so nice, and the sunlight literally flows in so nicely. So yeah, I do hope that you like it. If you do, then please give this video a big thumbs up, and also subscribe if you haven't already, because we do modern builds every week. I can't wait to hear what you guys think of this one. Like I promised last week, I decided to use the new items from the Dream Home Decorator pack a bit more in my usual way, not really use them the way they are, but mix them up with other objects to create like new ones or modify them with tool. And obviously if you've been around for a while, you know how much I love using the tool mod to kind of create my own little bits and bobs, sometimes pieces of furniture. And yeah, that's what I did again in this build. I think it feels more like me again. The last builds that I did with the new pack were very mid-century modern, and I feel like it's not really me fully, which was fine because obviously the new pack had just launched and I really wanted to show you guys the objects and how to use them in a really modern way. But I'm really happy to be back to my minimalistic modern roots and yeah, everything is rather ultra modern. I still used, for example, the sectional sofas and covered up the legs, because legs like on furniture like sofas and chairs and stuff like that are very mid-century modern. I don't think they're very common in like very ultra modern builds. Everything's a bit more solid, so I tried to create that more solid look by using my beloved dine out sign, which I use a lot in all of my builds because it's so versatile and there's so many good swatches, and it's so modern. I love it. And I covered up the sides of the sofa, which I think looks a lot better already. I personally prefer that look to the little legs, and I also, for example, use that sign for the beds, because even though the beds are very modern in themselves, they do scream mid-century modern with like little details here and there. So yeah, I tried to cover up the sides of the bed with those dine out signs as well. And I also covered up, for example, in the bathrooms, I covered up the sinks, because we do get lovely and beautiful modern sinks in the new Dream Home Decorator pack, but they have weird patterns on them once again, and I'm not a huge fan of these patterns. I prefer a more streamlined look. So I covered them up with the dine out sign again, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. I really can't wait to hear what you guys think of this style of the Dream Home Decorator pack, and whether you like what I did with the items. I'd love to hear, so do let me know down below in the comments. Oh, and what I always forget is to tell you the specs of the house. I always get into the babbling of how I built things rather than actually give you the details of the house and the lot. Basically, this is a 2-bed, 2-bath house in Windenburg. It's in a lot that I've never built before. It's where the Harbour Quarter Gym is located. So this is basically like the modern town bit, which is right by the water, and it's like a beautiful pier-like situation. It's so beautiful. I don't know why I never built there. I've only recently discovered it, and I was like, this feels perfect for like modern small-ish townhouse, and that's exactly what I did here. So yeah, I really am in love with this lot, and it's probably in my top 3 lots, I'd say. It's also a 30 by 30, which makes it even better in my opinion, because I'm kind of going off of the 40 by 30 lots for these regular sized houses. I think they often look lost in these bigger lots, but yeah, 30 by 30s are my new 64s by 64s basically. I love building on those, and I feel like the houses just look a bit more realistic, because let's be honest, how many of us actually own a house or live in a house that is on a 64 by 64 lot? Like, probably not many. Also, one thing that we need to talk about, obviously, very exciting. Last Thursday, The Sims dropped a new trailer for a new expansion pack, and obviously we were all really excited because it's going to be a farming pack. I mean, they're calling it cottage living. Basically is farming in my opinion. I think the main reason why they didn't call it farming is because of the lack of horses, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, I'm stoked for this pack in the sense that I think the gameplay will be absolutely insane. I already can't wait to play through a kind of family living in a farm and like living with their own produce and stuff, and you can go to farmers markets. In that way, I'm very excited for the pack. On the other hand, the build and buy seems to be very cottagey, obviously. I mean, I've not seen too much. So yeah, we'll see how much I actually will be able to use for my modern and industrial builds, but yeah, we'll see. I might do a cheeky little cottage, you know, I'm feeling it somehow. I'm really feeling a cutesy little cottage, potentially, yeah. But we will obviously discuss that closer to the time. It's still so long until it actually drops. I don't know why they released the trailer so early. It was really strange because Dream Home Decorator literally had just come out, and it was like a week later they announced the new pack, so I feel like they kind of killed the hype for Dream Home Decorator, which is kind of sad, but you know, it's their decision. I'm sure they know what they're doing. But yeah, I'm now excited for this new pack, and it's so many more weeks until we finally have it. But yeah, do let me know also in the comments down below whether you are into this kind of farming cottage living pack. I'm gonna butcher that name, I can already tell. I'm gonna call it farming pack all the time. the cottage living pack. Are you into that cottage lifestyle with the animals, the chickens, what else is there? Like rabbits, cows, all that stuff. I'm curious. I think for gameplay it's going to be a huge game changer. Not too sure about my build and buy because we have a lot of build and buy in that cottagey style already. So yeah, I'm curious to see what this pack has in store, but I'm afraid this speed build is coming to an end soon. I hope you enjoy the tour that is coming up, and I potentially maybe might be doing a dream home decorator let's play. Maybe, potentially, we'll see. Not sure about when or anything like that, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you again next Wednesday with a brand new speed build. Bye!